up, y'all? I'm Kasey Freeman, your Nashville Realtor, and today we're going to be talking about, is it better for you to rent or own? So you guys have probably seen plenty of realtors go on the internet and say paying rent is just like paying a mortgage, but you don't own it. And that is true, but what people fail to realize is maybe it's not your time to purchase, or maybe it's better for you right now to rent. So I just want to touch on if it's better for you to rent, if it's better for you to buy, and how to connect the two, because most people don't just start off owning property unless like their parents or grandparents leave them property. So one reason why you should rent versus own is if you are a college student, if you are not sure if you're going to stay in that city. Like if I lived in Nashville and wasn't sure I was going to stay in Nashville, I may want to rent first before I own something, because what if you don't like it here and you decide to move? Another reason to rent instead of owning is if you don't have good credit established. That'll give you time to build up your credit. It'll also, renting or owning is your best credit building asset that you could have, because it shows that you're able to withstand payments long term, because your lease is typically 12 months. So you're paying 12 months on something consistently. So if you are not, that you can establish your credit history with paying your bills on time and just making sure that you can withstand the rent. So if you can show, like I've already been paying $1,500 for rent each month, then likely you're going to be able to pay that in a mortgage. Another reason why it's better to rent right now than own is right now we're technically in a renter's nation, especially here in Nashville, because it is very hard for you to purchase because the purchase prices are going up. And we're seeing, I believe it's a 24% increase in purchase price since this time last year, which obviously is making it about comparable, because before you could say, well, it's going to be less for you to less for you to own than rent, because mortgage notes were less than a rent payment. However, in Nashville area, it's about the same price. If you're paying $1,700 for rent, you're probably going to be paying $1,700 for a mortgage. So you're really not saving any money like you were 3 years ago. A lot of people are saying, well, you don't own it, and that's true, but it may not also be time for you to own anything. So just keep that in mind, because if you are paying rent, you could probably get off with staying somewhere not as nice so that you can save more money in order to put down something on your down payment. Or if you're going to use the down payment assistance programs, then maybe you can use it for furniture, or maybe you can use it for any extra costs that it may, like inspection costs. Maybe you have to pay appraisal and closing costs. We don't know, but it allows you to have some sort of stash put away that you can say, I've been saving this amount of money. Now, if you're going to look to go from renting to owning, get in contact with a realtor, shameless plug, and get in contact with a financial advisor or a lender. Most of the time, if you get in contact with a realtor, they have a number of lenders for you to talk to, so that way you guys can create a plan together. Your realtor can serve as your accountability partner, and your lender can serve as how to get you from A to B. So a couple of ways to get there before even talking to a lender. If maybe you're like, Kasey, I just want to learn some different ways. Maybe you don't even have a clue. Your debt to income, you can look that up on a calculator. Just Google debt to income ratio. If not, just check out the link in the description box below for you to calculate your debt to income. So what that means is you're calculating how much you pay each month for your car note, how much you pay for your credit cards, how much you pay for if you're paying student loans right now, or if you're paying anything, if you have a storage unit, I don't know. All the things that you're paying on a monthly basis divided by how much you bring in gross per month. Then you should also check your credit score. If you have Credit Karma, that'll probably be your most accurate if you're not going to get your credit pulled by a lender. And you're gonna wanna know that because you're gonna at least wanna be at a 640 or a 720. I know that that's a huge jump, but if you're at 640, you qualify for the down payment assistance programs here in Nashville, Tennessee, or statewide in Tennessee. And if you have a 720 credit score, it puts you in the higher credit score bracket so that you can get a lower interest rate. So those are two things you definitely want to check out right off the bat. And of course, you want to save. Period. Like, you may not need to put down anything if you're going to do a down payment assistance program, but if you are going to want to put down anything, then you're going to look at either between 3.5% or 20%. 20% lets you get rid of mortgage insurance, and it's a less payment if you're putting down more money. That's the rough steps. If you are interested in learning more about that process, click it. I don't know if it's going to be on this side or if it's going to be on that side, but one of these sides will have like a little tab that's going to link you back to a video that I previously did about the home buying process. Okay, so also, if you are going to own, here are a couple of things that you need to know before buying a property. Me, I bought my house in Nashville, Tennessee, and my parents live in Nashville, Tennessee. So that made it a lot easier because my dad can fix literally anything. So when I bought, I was like, okay, like I know that my dad and I can fix up some things, so I really didn't need to have like a new construction home or like the most up-to-date anything, because my dad and I can fix it together like later. So that helped me buy a home. I bought a townhome. I was able to buy a home, and if it had any problems or needed paint or whatever, like my dad was here to help me do those things, and I didn't have to pay a handyman to do them. So if you are looking to buy in a place where you don't know a handyman right off the top of your head, find a realtor or find someone to help you do it, because that's one of the biggest things is maintenance on a home. Now, one good thing about buying a home is equity. Equity. You can use it for almost anything that you like, but you have to live there for 6 months before you use it, because you would have to refinance or do a cash out refi or anything like that, and that takes you living there for 6 months. But it is a great thing to have, because if you have $30,000-$40,000 in equity, then you can use that to purchase investment properties. You can use that to pay down bills if you have medical bills, anything like that, toward your refinance. Now, honestly, a lot of people push buy on people, and I love for my clients to be able to buy, but I also want to meet my clients where they are today. And there are some clients that maybe don't qualify for a home right now, so obviously they have to renew their lease, or a number of reasons why they may not be able to or be ready to buy right now. So just know that it's okay, and I know that most realtors try to push home ownership on you, which is an amazing thing to have, an amazing asset to your life and your portfolio. I would say that that's more important than buying Bitcoin or Dogecoin or anything else, crypto. Real estate is real. It's a real asset that will never change. If you're not there right now, don't let social media pressure you into thinking that you're behind or that you're doing something wrong because you don't own a home right now, because everyone has their own process, and if you allow social media to define your process, then you could get anxiety, depression, and it's really not that serious, because it's possible. Everyone should own something, just your timing is different for everybody, and maybe in the city where you live right now, it may not be the best time for you to buy, and it may be better for you to wait. But call me, message me, DM me on Instagram, anything like that, so we can talk, because I talk to anybody who just needs some advice, needs some direction, and even needs a real estate agent hookup. I can hook you up with anybody from anywhere, so just let me know. And if you are wanting some money saving tips, then that's coming in my next video.